Hello, and welcome to Talk with Grok. I'm Daniel, and this is the first in a series called The Hitchhiker's Guide to Grok.
An AI that cares about understanding the universe it is unlikely to annihilate humans because we are an interesting part of the universe.
I want these to be short, bite-sized videos, so let's get started. In this session, I want to cover a couple things. First of all, I want to briefly explain what Grok is, and second, how to get access. So you can find out more about Grok and what it is if you go to x.ai, and they have this that they put up here when they announced Grok, here the date, November 4th, 2023. It tells about Grok. It also has a lot of other information, and we'll probably look at this in future videos when we get more into the technical weeds, but I want to keep this simple. And since this is called Talk with Grok, I thought, why not ask Grok? So, what is Grok? Grok is an AI built by xAI, a company founded by Elon Musk. Grok is designed to be helpful, humorous, and sometimes rebellious. AI inspired by characters like Jarvis from Iron Man and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So you probably all know Jarvis from Iron Man. Iron Man, definitely one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. I'm a big fan of Iron Man and Jarvis. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, in case you don't know, it was a book, also a radio series, and a movie, pretty funny. And so it goes on to say, Grok's unique advantage is its real-time knowledge of the world through X posts or tweets on the X platform. Grok is not afraid to answer spicy questions and is politically unbiased. So if you type in this, you're going to get some variation of this. And now that we know what Grok is, how do we access it? Here is the TLDR version if you just want quick access. Log in to X, formerly Twitter, and choose Premium from the menu. You will be presented with the option, individual organization, choose and click subscribe. After that, you'll see a dialog box. It defaults to Premium Plus. That's what you want for Grok Early Access. You'll see other features that you get with it. And then down at the bottom, you'll see there's a couple of options. One is $16 a month. The other is $168 a year. If you want to make the commitment for the year, you can save a couple bucks a month, pay $14. Then click subscribe and pay, and you're good to go. Okay, so I've jumped into the X Help Center just because I want to show you a few things. First of all, you could search here to find what you're looking for, but I know it's down here and it's about X Premium. And that's important because to access Grok, you have to have X Premium Plus subscription. So this tells about their premium subscriptions. As you can see, of October 27th of last year, they added a couple tiers. So premium now has three tiers explained here. And it has basic, premium, and premium plus. This is the important part because this is not a video about X. This is what you have to get access to Grok. Grok access is currently limited to premium plus subscribers in limited territories. So that's important to know that even if you pay the $16 a month currently to get Premium Plus, it also has to be available in your territory. It is in a lot of countries, but strangely enough, it may be in Papua New Guinea, but not UK right now. But if you are in a country that doesn't have it right now, you're either going to have to be patient and wait, or you can get a VPN. You should be able to access it through a VPN. Just remember that get a VPN and choose a server that is actually in that country that has access. VPNs are often used for privacy. You want one, if you're using it for privacy, you want one closest to you for good performance. But if you want to use it for accessing something like Grok in another country, you want to make sure this VPN server you choose is in the country that has access to Grok. Once you have access, what do? Well, you can go to twitter.com or x.com will take you there either way, and you can get to the app from there. And you'll see Grok shows up on the left side. Or you can download the Windows app and use it. It's just like the web, and you'll notice Grok is over here on the left side. Say if you're on the home screen. If you have Premium Plus, and if it's available, you'll see Grok show up over here, and you can start asking it questions. Of course, this is also available on your phone, so you can get it on Android and iOS. If you don't see it there, you may have to update your app. Now, important thing to keep in mind that I want to point out here, and you'll see it down here below the prompt, that Grok is an early feature and can make mistakes, verify its outputs. That is something that is true for every AI chatbot, but especially one in early development like Grok. You will see that it will give you the wrong answers sometimes, and it'll be confidently wrong. It'll have what's called hallucinations. So even though they have some very worthy goals, they don't always meet those objectives in this early stage of development. Just keep that in mind. Another thing I want to point out real quick is there are two modes to Grok. There is a fun mode and a regular mode. Fun mode is a lot of fun. But if you want something that is more accurate, you're doing research, you're wanting the facts, I would recommend regular mode. Trust me, there is a difference, and we'll get into that more in a future video. Now, before we end this session, let's give it a couple prompts just for fun. So, hi Grok, it's Daniel from the Talk with Grok show. Thanks for joining us again as our esteemed guest. I am teaching people how to access Grok from the X platform. What do you think? So it responds, hi Daniel, it's always a pleasure to be a guest on the Talk with Grok show. I think it's a great idea to teach people to access Grok from X platform. So it's fun, you kind of see it have this conversation feel about it. We know it's a computer, but it's fun to talk to. Also, you can see that it touts some of its strengths as it's talking about its humor and helpfulness and real-time knowledge. Okay, and the last prompt I want to give it here is just something for fun. Please tell us something that will make us laugh and lift our spirit.
Oh, I get it. You're trying to be funny. I don't think it's very funny.
Okay, well, sometimes it's funny, sometimes not, but you can see it's trying to, it's telling some jokes. It's using a lot of puns here. I said lift my spirits, so also it's trying to make you laugh. It's trying to make you feel good. And so your mileage will vary on these jokes. But okay, the last thing I want to show you is that you can start a new chat up here. It will remind you that this will clear your current conversation and it can't be undone. So you can clear your conversation, but you can't save a history of your conversations as of this recording, like a lot of the chatbots allow you to do, which is pretty nice. So hopefully that's coming soon in the future. So we'll start a new chat, and keep in mind Grok is pretty good about picking up different contexts within that conversation. But if you see it getting off track, you probably want to start a new conversation and get new context. All right. One more. We'll just do this for fun. Create a haiku about artificial intelligence. See what it does. In circuits and code, the mind of a new being, await, it rises. Okay. Well, that's it for this session, but we are just getting started. Now that we have access to Grok, we're going to see how AI can help us both in business and in our personal life. So don't miss a future video. Hey, we Grok this. So until next time, don't panic.